Would anybody else like to come up and speak?
Here, Alshire, 4802 Arnold Road, and before I get started, my husband's going to be yielding his time for me, so if I could just finish what I have, it'd be great, otherwise I will speed read. I am curious of a couple questions. Has the HR committee decided if discipline is warranted in the case of Justin Alshire, and if so, when did you decide that? I'm not looking for what is going to be done, I'm just looking for a yes or a no.
Tara, I cannot discuss that.
Okay, so, because that is information being investigated right now, you're saying that you have no answer?
We are not allowed to confirm or deny who the person is. It is employee A as of right now. The council will be meeting on Thursday.
Yeah.
At that point, the full council will discuss.
Okay. Well, did you know that there's a live drive that already told employee A that he is going to be disciplined? I don't know if you knew that.
No.
City administrator leaked that little piece out there saying that the HR committee has come to the decision. Actually, I can read her exact words if you want. The HR committee has come to the determination that there is probable cause for allegations to justify discipline. Below is the description of allegations. This was done about 1 hour after the last meeting where employee A said no comment to all of the ridiculous allegations that came on the amended side of that louder count. So the reason why I ask is because city administrator already outed you that you're going to fire Justin on Thursday.
That
So,
has not been decided.
City council decides that.
Yeah, and they already did. So, also, when the 49ers video was saved, how come it wasn't saved at the exact time that the whistleblower noted the meeting starting at 7:30 to get the rep entering the building? Can you answer that?
I do not know the answer to that. Tony, do you know the answer to that?
I don't recall what. Because employee A, who is under retaliation from being a whistleblower, specifically had an email sent that said that the meeting had started at 7:30, yet the actual video was not saved until like 7:36 when the rep was already inside, and that was after Shane Downey opened the door, recognized it was a 49ers, and he said, I have nothing to do with this. So I just want you to know that. But also in that live drive that apparently wasn't recognized, there is some pretty malicious stuff that was added and then deleted that is only in correlation to that specific whistleblower situation. Number 8, are you aware of section 106, personal communications and use of social media in our personnel policy? Did you share the 49er video that you acquired through your employer here at Rice Lake with the Duluth Monitor? What are your intentions with sharing that video? Was it to disrupt the efficiency of the city operations and disrespect your supervisors? Did you share group text messages from your coworkers and supervisor with the Duluth Monitor? What were your intentions with sharing those messages? Was it to be disrespectful to your supervisor and coworker? Were you intentionally trying to harm their reputations? I find that laughable. Because guess who's been trying to harm our reputations for 2 years? I've had CPS called on my family. I have been called a crazy lady. And my husband's job has been threatened 4 louder bills. 4 louder bills. You need to get your city administrator in check because there is an abuse of power. In January of 2024, her pay was at roughly $36 an hour. She is at $56 an hour. That is over a $40,000 raise in 2 years. That is absurd. John Warner never wanted a city administrator, despite what Daryl says in the minutes on some of the meetings where you're talking about her new duties. And under her duties, it is specific that she is supposed to be kind and helpful to citizens. Go back and read her job description. She has been nothing of that to the Alshire family. And I think it needs to be noted. Also, in your new policy manual, under section 2.07, the whistleblower protections. You might want to read that in retaliation. Multiple recorded situations where we have told you specifically, how do we get this to stop? I told you on the phone specifically, Jamie, if we could just get an apology and people to admit that they've done wrong, let's call it good. And you said, wouldn't that be nice? He did nothing to make that happen. And we have tried and tried and tried again. This is wrong. You know it's wrong. This is retaliation, and it's not just the whistleblower thing. It's hostile work environment.
What are you referring to as far as whistleblower?
The 49er rep coming in to city of Rice Lake. That is not allowed.
Correct.
Employee A, let your city administrator know that was wrong. Since then, he has been retaliated on.
I don't agree with that statement.
How?
We actually welcomed the fact that Justin let
Well,
us.
then why did it take over a year for Justin to get any information that he requested? And I had to reach out to the DPO, and Casey Carmody told me that somebody using the ECPA to request a video that he is in, he has never heard of in almost 2 decades. He's never heard of a city administrator withholding data of a video that somebody is in. It's absurdity. It's absurdity, you know it, and you guys had the chance to stop it. And you've done nothing. You've put our family through hell. And Bob, I told you, pay attention to what happens next. When I asked you, what did you just do? You said, I did what was right. And I said, for who? Your family or mine? It has been hell since the day you decided to put him back on. And then I also told you in the parking lot, remember my children's faces when my husband is unemployed. Thank you for your time.
Is there anyone else that would like to make a comment during public discussion?
I would like to comment, one comment on that. I have no family that lives in Rice Lake. I have no family that lives in Rice Lake. So how is that benefiting whatever I did? I suggested appointment for someone who I thought was best fitted for the job.
Yes.
There's no question about it.
You also knew what that person has done to our family. And my
No, I don't.
initial response was,
No, I don't.
who is it for? Your family or mine? You know what we've gone through.
That's enough for this.
Remember my kids' faces.
Okay, we will move on to the consent agenda.
Here she goes again. There you go again.
There will not be any conversation from the floor. Okay.
Show some humility and apologize to the citizens of Rice Lake for your behavior the last 20 months. And especially in the parking lot, June 23rd.
Are you
You
kidding?
own that. Yes,
Are you
that
kidding?
is serious. It's a fact.
Listen,
Okay.
those words show humility.
Done with this conversation.
Hypocrisy at its finest, city of Rice Lake. Let's do something about it.
I'll do what I feel is appropriate.
Yeah, good should prevail.